should be able to hear me now. Very loud. You should be able to hear me now. Okay. That looks better. Ooh. Thank you, Emily. You are an amazing help to me in my dark time. Okay, so now I have to. Hey, there we go. I had a chat box. See, what's great is I had a chat box and I had cropped it out so that I couldn't see it, and now I fixed it. Okay, so where was I was talking about my cousin. You don't even know that, and she will never know that because that part of the video is just it was just for me. But my cousin over here, my cousin Gantry. Oh, I'm glad you love waking up to me, Emily. That's nice. Um, yeah, my cousin Katri, first on the list over here. We're about the same age. We were part of a chunk of. I'm like trying to sum up everything that I was saying for the past like 5 minutes. Um, it was 5 minutes of. We were part of a group of. My family had 4 kids, and her family had 4 kids, and we were all roughly the same age. So we were like a horde of 8 children running around during family events that were all around the same age. And she was my only girl cousin in that like age chunk. Uh, and other girl cousins who were significantly older, they were like the first cousins, but they were older, and also like our families just didn't spend as much time together growing up. Um, I feel like we went to Catri's family's house for like Thanksgiving, and we would see them every summer for camping for a while, and yeah, so we always spent time with each other. And Catri and I were like thick as thieves, and we got in a little bit of trouble. That was the part that I was talking about when I got completely derailed. You don't even know that because you weren't able to hear it, but whatever. Um, uh, we got in a little bit of trouble sometimes for doing silly things, but but we never got in as much trouble as our brothers did. And anyway, so my cousin Katri, what I want to thank her for, there's a lot. There's a lot to thank her for because she's pretty excellent. Thank her for being just an amazing person. It's her birthday today, so I could thank her for that. Um, she is a teacher in the Four Corners area of Colorado. That's probably a better gesture over here because I'm like talking about the West. Over here, you see West, but over here it looks East to you. But it looks West to me. Um, but yeah, she's a teacher down in the Four Corners area, and the the coronavirus has made teaching an interesting sort of profession to have. Uh, and I know a lot of teachers are not happy, not comfortable doing what their school is doing. And that's completely fair. And I worry for them constantly. But Katri, I don't know if it's in part because she lives in a sort of small, not very populated county with not a lot of cases, but also just because um, she has a very like an attitude of just doing it until until it becomes something that she can't do. So she's sort of a person who does something until she realizes she can't. She doesn't like necessarily um, weigh out not the pros and cons, but like her abilities and weaknesses beforehand. So that ends up with her trying a lot of things that are really exciting. And so she's a very exciting person to be around. And I think I want to thank her. I don't even know what I want to thank her for. But I think what I'm going to thank her for right now is I mostly just wanted to put her on here because it's her birthday. And I could thank her for a billion things. So I figured I would think of something by now. Yes, she goes for it. She's a go getter. She's a go getter. She's a yeah, she goes for it. And what I want to thank her for right now is when we were kids, when we were in like elementary school age, she and I would write letters back and forth to each other, and um, and emails a bit too after that became a thing. Um, and it was always really fun. For one thing, that was like the age of gel pen, so we would write in gel pens to each other. I would write like during class because I was a bad girl during sixth grade, and um, I don't. I wish I still had those letters because they would be a hoot to read now. But for sure, it was just a fun experience having having a pen pal. If you've never had a pen pal, you probably know what I'm talking about. It doesn't have to be someone that you know, but when it is someone that you know, um, it's really exciting. And to like get a letter from them, and then my computer doesn't like this. I hope that my computer can handle this. Okay, maybe it's okay. All right. Sorry, my computer. I'm testing this computer. I'm really putting it through pages to see if I can stream on this sort of setup. We'll find out. Um, but yeah, so I want to thank her for just being an ever-present sort of bond friend. She's probably my first best friend, and um, definitely someone that I can still have. One of those things where it's like maybe we don't talk for a while, and then we get back together, and it's like time has passed, except a lot of time has passed because a lot of things are going on in her life, and so I always feel like I need to catch up with her. But I never feel like there's like a barrier to that. I never feel weird about only seeing her. We see each other maybe like twice a year. She came out for my 30th birthday last year, which was really great, and did an escape room with me, which is funny. Again, she just goes for it. Um, and ate a lot of cheese. She ate a lot of cheese with me, so that's nice. And also, she flew here on like 2 planes, and like as someone who just hates flying and hates the airport and everything about it, like that like almost made me cry. It may have made me cry at the time. I can't remember now, but like the fact that she was willing to fly through 2 airports on 2 planes that were sort of expensive to get to me. It's nice. Um, Honestly, I could thank her for that too. I just want to thank her for thank you for being a friend. Travel down the road and back again. Do I have to pay for rights to that song if I sing it? Hopefully not. All right. Second, this is a nice segue. The second person I have on my like thank you list, her. It's my elementary school music teacher, Mrs. Leaf. So what's great about her is that I'm friends with her on Facebook, so I know I can get her a thank you note. So Mrs. Leaf was like everybody's music teacher in my family. I don't know if there was a music teacher who the music teacher was before her at my school, and I don't know who the music teacher was after her. But well, then I think I'm safe because I sang it for less than 10 seconds. Fewer than 10 seconds. I sang it a short amount of time. But it's fun. Mrs. Leaf, was a elementary school music teacher, and she was really great. I don't like. It's weird. I don't remember. I remember such like weird things about her class. I remember it must have been second grade. I was in a class with this boy named Scott, and we were like best friends. Um, I'm not even sure how, but we were good friends, and it's funny now because he like works in Silicon Valley, but and like invented Dropbox or something like that. Not really, but he's very smart and engineering, and I'm not. But we were really good friends in second grade, and there was like this song that we were singing out of our little music books that had the word love a lot of times. And I don't know if it was because we secretly had crushes on each other. I don't think I did, but maybe he did. Um, we had, but we were like, we were really uncomfortable with the word love, so we were like covering it up. We were making a big deal out of like not singing it and like covering it up and like, and we were doing that really loudly in the back of the class. And so Mrs. Leaf like did that thing where teachers like they stop the class and they just look at you, and we had no idea, so we just kept going, and then we noticed that everybody else was not talking and was looking at us, and it was like the most embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. Classic moment though, classic elementary school music moment. But then there was also this song uh, that I still remember. Like I don't know if it's all the words, but I certainly remember a lot more of the words than I should. A song I don't know what it's called. Maybe it's called Red Planet, but um, but I still sing it. It's about Mars, and I still sing it to my husband sometimes. Uh, and I can't remember what figures it usually, because there's the first line of the song is "It's a mystery, Mars, red planet, stranger, yet sharing our sun." That's the part that I remember. I think there was more. I hope there was more. But that part I remember. And so I think when I think of the word mystery, that comes up, but also when we're talking about Mars, which happens a lot now because like the Perseverance rover just recently took off and is headed towards Mars. Um, it's got a helicopter, and yeah, so that comes up a lot. But basically, oh, and then there was like this other song that we sang in choir because I was in choir with her too. Um, and there was this song that we sang in choir that had a solo that you had to audition for, and I was too scared to audition for it. I don't think I auditioned for it. If I did, I totally didn't get it, which is not surprising. I don't know. You've now been privy to my musical talent, so what are you gonna do? But the uh, the thing, the solo, I still remember the solo. I think I remember the whole song because that was the part that I sang because I never got the solo. The song was like, if we all sing one song of love, one song of peace, one song to make all our troubles cease, one hope, one dream. Nope, I missed that. Well, whatever. But then like the solo part was oh wait, no, it was a Candle song. Oh, I don't know. There were a lot of songs. This is what I want to thank her for. So since becoming a social worker, I know that for one thing, music sticks in your head better than words. Like you can remember sort of the tenor and tenor. You can remember the pitch and flow and rhythm of words as easily or more easily than you can remember the words themselves. So like, for instance, memorizing. Um, I couldn't tell what the emoji was, and I thought you were giving me like a no, like you're saying more than 10 seconds. but um, but yeah, that you can remember songs and like rhythms to words more easily than you can remember the words themselves. So you can like memorize lines from movies in their exact cadence a lot easier than you can just remember the line. And it keeps turning red on me. I don't like that. Oh, that's okay. I think it was just because my background changed. Anyway, um, so so you can remember music really easily, and then you also remember things from around the age like 10 to 12. They are like some of the first memories that really stick with you because that's when your like prefrontal cortex is developing, basically mostly starts developing at that point, and that's the thing that really stores long-term memory. So like You might be able to remember some things from before that, but they're gonna come in like short flashes, and they might be like super traumatic because like those are the things that the brain will remember regardless. It's super fun. But things like songs and music are you're gonna remember the most from like the ages 10 to like 13. So that's why everyone, from the 90s loves those 90s songs because those are the ones that we remember really well. Um, I was a NSYNC fan. Just want to put that out there. I have since come around to the Backstreet Boys, but at the time I was very anti Backstreet Boys, and nobody liked 98 Degrees. Excuse me. Anyway, moving on. My dogs are barking. It's annoying me. It is 8 o'clock though, so people should be awake. My face is so shiny. Anyway, so I just want to thank her for the words or the songs that she put into my head that will stay there forever until I get Alzheimer's and I'm singing songs from my childhood because that's all I can remember how to do. That was dark. She was the one who put those songs there, and that's great. And I appreciate that she put such great songs as Mars Red Planet, and there was another one that was like something about walking with your pet. That sometimes I get stuck in my head, but I can't remember the words right now. But like I do generally, in general, remember the words because like it sometimes gets stuck in my head. That's gonna bug. It's gonna fester in there. Anyway, so that's why I want to thank her, is to thank her for the choices that she made that led to me having these songs stuck in my head as an adult. Also, she's just a pretty excellent person, and I can't imagine that it was easy to teach all of us in music class growing up, but it was fun. I enjoyed it. Music class was definitely like I think I remember liking gym more because that was like the thing is like if you didn't have music class, you had gym or art, but you only had art one day a week because it was like an itinerant teacher. But you had like music on Mondays and then gym on Tuesdays and music on Wednesdays, etc., etc. And then I remember liking going to gym more, but it was one of those things where it was like I liked both of them, but I had the wiggles constantly, so I really needed gym. So, but on the days when I didn't have gym, I would have the wiggles in music class, so she had to deal with that. Thank you, Mrs. Lee. Anyway, so that's why I'm going to thank her. And then Dr. Fauci is our third person. Do I need to say why I want to thank him? I mostly want to. I mostly want to. I feel bad because he's just trying to do his job, but he is a very political figure, evidently now. He's, a doctor and a smart guy and an important advisor in this whole COVID crisis. He's just trying to do his job, but everything he does and says gets dissected because he's now like in the political spotlight, not just in the science spotlight. So that's not really fun. Can't imagine. And it's already pretty stressful having to be like a sort of medical leader during a medical crisis throughout the country. So I just want to thank him for all the good work that he's doing. Evidently, he still does surgeries. Is that a thing? I read on like a headline that like showed up on my phone that he was in surgery during some like important press conference, which is like I didn't realize he was still a practicing doctor. I thought he was just like a medical professional person who maybe kept a license but like didn't whatever. I don't know how doctors work clearly. So those are my three people, and you can see up here is the poll. So if you haven't taken the poll yet, you're running out of time. I'm about to go and make it visible. So you have 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1. There it is. All right. So, well, it's frustrating because I want you to see not the percentage, but this always happens. There we go. Count. So there we go. The number of votes. So you can see my My cousin Katri wins 3. She got 3 out of 6 votes. My Mrs. Leaf only got 1, and then Dr. Fauci got 2. But considering Dr. Fauci is the universal sort of like everyone should be thanking him, I think that Katri should really be proud of herself for beating Dr. Fauci this particular week. I was worried she was going to be overlooked because Dr. Fauci is, sort of universally understood to be a person who needs to be thanked. We're going to write, I was going to just write her a note on one of these, but now I'm thinking about it. She's definitely a candidate for either a postcard or like a legit card, especially since it's her birthday. Ooh, I think I have a good birthday card somewhere. But I bet if I can find a good Wonder Woman postcard, I could. Let me see. What even is this? This is a DC comic, I guess. But I guess it's not a superhero comic. And I have found a lot of, here's Wonder Woman. The thrilling answers to all the questions you have been asking about the origins of Wonder Woman. I don't know how I feel about it. There was a really great one. Ooh, this one's sort of cool. Wonder Woman with a bunch of, there's like Catwoman. She's got a sword. And then there's just like a bunch of like Archie comic women in the background. I mean, Archie comic women, that's what all comic book women look like. Wonder Woman for president. We should probably do this, huh? Wonder Woman for president. Wonder Woman 1,000 years in the future. Okay, I'm going to set that one aside. V for Vendetta. I'm not going to send this one, but this is like, got it. Got it. There we go. Look at that. Oh, that's an interesting one. Then a lot of Superman. Ooh, this one's a weirdy one. We're not going to send this one either, but look at this weirdy one. That's a little baby Superman in a little rocket. It's weird. Okay, we're going to send the Wonder Woman for president one. Oh, I forgot. Well, the thing is, I also need to send her a birthday card or a birthday present. I have a birthday present for her that I need to send. So I'll ask her for her address. I think I do have her most recent address. She like moved semi-recently. It was like years ago, but I'm not very good at keeping up my addresses. Okay, I need to find a pen. Pen. Chop, chop. Pip, pip. Cheerio. Pip, pip. Okay. Oh my goodness. I have a pen. I know I have a pen. I have to find a pen. Let's see. Can't fit all these back in my box. Oh no. Okay. Gotta go find a pen. Oh, here's a pen. Okay. I did not. There's a newspaper over on that. I didn't just write on my desk. Okay. In fact, I probably won't even put her address on this part because I will put it in the present for her that I have that I need to send. She's probably not going to see this because she's not on Facebook. So it's okay that I talked about her and gave her her birthday. Let's see. Dearest Katrissa. That's her name, Katrissa. Katrissa. I call her Catch. Oh, cool, I know. Thank you for being a friend. I'm just gonna, I'm gonna look up the lyrics to that. I don't know the lyrics. uh, nope. Golden Girls theme song lyrics. There's a remix that came up, which is fun. Traveling down the road and back again. He's what traveled. Okay, he just only one. Your heart is true. You're a pal and a confidant. Thank you for being a friend. Oh no. Well, but they'd have to splice them together, so I doubt that like you'll catch it. You know. Your heart is true. Okay. Your heart is true. I'm just asking for it now. Your thanks for always being there and being awesome. Seriously, she's like the most awesome person I know. I'm writing something private. You'd like to know. Happy birthday. Probably shouldn't call her an old lady, huh? Although I sort of did by singing the Golden Girls song to her. So you're an old lady, Catherine. Happy birthday. All right, and then I'm gonna have to add the YouTube link after I actually make it because now I don't do this on YouTube anymore. I do this on Twitch. So this is my okay. There we go. Darn. Now you got that stock. You are welcome. It's gonna be stuck in my head too, so we can just sort of be like pals and confidants forever. But it has been a joy and a dream to stream with and for you. I'm sorry that you couldn't see my hair all the time. It's just really important to me that my hair always be visible. Because otherwise my head looks funny to me. Like, I always see my hair. I always think of my hair as being visible. So, like, when I see it without hair, I mean, it has hair, but you just can't see it. I'm gesturing a lot. And clearly it had my coffee this morning. Anyway, it's been a joy and a dream. Tomorrow we'll do something very similar to this sort of setup for Flashback Friday. Also, I should have come up with a new poll already, but I'll probably come up with a new poll for this soon because it's helpful to post it today because I've linked it everywhere today so people will go to the new poll instead of the old poll and they'll be voting on the new poll without even realizing it. Oh, so exciting. But yes, thank you for being a friend. Make good choices, don't do drugs, and have a good day. Good Thursday. Happy Thursday. Happy pre-Friday.